Okay, in this tutorial, I'll be going through with you about a stock which is SDMP, and I'll just click that and copy that and paste that in Google and write stock besides it. Okay, the information on the right is from Wikipedia, and the information on the left is from Google. If I want to see that what the stock will be, so it's 48.98 US dollars per stock. That's one stock will the price of one stock currently is $48.98, and it is founded in 1996. And if it's not written outside, I can just click in Wikipedia. I can just look at the box, and it says founded 1996. And if I go back, if I want to know the market cap or how big is the company, I can see from Google market cap, it's in millions. So it's approximately like 200 million less than a billion. So it will be billion in future maybe. And it doesn't pay out any dividend. So companies that pay out dividends, that reflects that that's extra money. So companies who are able to generate enough money that they can pay off their bills, their creditors, their liabilities, their loan and everything, and still they have money left. So that money is used as dividend. That money is extra money which is given out to shareholders. So this company don't give out dividend. So it might not be able to generate extra money. So it tells a lot about financially, but it's not negative because there are many firms out there who don't give dividends but they are doing very good financially, so it's just one thing to check. And one other thing is, let's look at the reviews. So I'll just copy this and I will just see the reviews about what the employees think. I'll check it in Indeed, and I've left the link in the description, and please ask if you have any questions for me. We have 27 reviews in total, which is not a lot to judge a company, but still it's good. And it's 4.1 star, which is brilliant for the company. You can just go through it, read through it. And one more thing I'll check is I'll just write in reviews Glassdoor, which is another important website, and it tells me 58 reviews. It's more than in Indeed, so it's 58 reviews and it's 3.5 star, which is above average, which is good. And you can just go through the reviews yourself. And then I want to go to Justia Patents to see if they have any patents. That's a good website, and I'll just search in the search bar and click enter, and I'll explain you briefly. Um, the inventors are important, but they are the people who invented, but they don't have the full rights. We are interested in applicants or assignee. So yes, it has applicant. Okay, so this is one patent, um, and there are like two applicants, but we are just interested in this one. So yes, it has a patent in 2012. Then in 2012 December, yes, filed a patent. 2004, 2007, 2007, 2000, and 2000 and 2005. So we are also interested in assignee and applicant, and 2005, and so on. But make sure that it has recent patents in, for example, 2010, 2015, 16, 17, 18, because sometimes companies start innovating when they started and then they leave innovating, which is not good. And if they have patents, that means if they have competitive edge, and it acts as a moat, and they can thrive in competition and go very long. So it's very good. The more patents they have, the more better. But check out the recent patents as well. And now I want to look at very good website Macro Trend. I've left the link, and just go to price ratio and price book ratio. I'll paste in the symbol or the name, and I will just you can paste in symbol and name, but I don't know why it's not coming. Yes, so I'm just pasting in symbol, and let's look at price book ratio. This website usually takes very long to load. Okay, so stock price is the market price, book value is the real price. So if the book value is $1, so and the stock price is $2, that means you're paying $2 to buy something that is $1 worth. You are buying something expensive. So the price book ratio, if it's less than one, that means you're buying something that is very cheap, it's undervalued, and it's at a discount. So it's ideal to buy. If you're buying it at one, that means you're paying the same as it's worth, so which is good as well because you're not buying anything expensive. If it's more than one, that means you're buying something expensive. So the stock is expensive, and the higher the number goes, the more expensive it gets. So right now it's 1.35, which means it's 1.35 times more expensive to buy now. But in July 2019, but in 2018 June it was 7.5 times more expensive. So if you see vertically up, that people who bought that time, they paid $253 to buy something that was only $33 worth. So they paid a lot more than what its worth was. So they paid 7.5 times more. But right now it's 1.35 times more. So it's much cheaper than in 2018, but still it's a little bit expensive than its real price. So you need to be careful about that. And let's look at other ratios. Current ratio, if it's 1, that means if it's less than 1, that means that the stock is very dangerous, it's risky. And if it's 1, that means stock is still risky to buy, but assets equal liabilities. If it's more than 1.5 or 1.5, that means stock is not risky, it's very safe, there's a lot of margin of safety, it's ideal to buy the stock. So right now it's 1.54, it's a lot more than 1.5. It's the stock is not risky, the stock is safe, it has margin of safety. Let's look at the previous trends. So let's look if it has ever been below 1. So here it has been below 1.5, but it's only once, so that doesn't matter. And then twice, yes, and then let's have a look. So it has been only twice less than 1.5, but still it has always been above 1. So you know, from 2005 we have the data up till now. It's nearly 14 years, it has always been above 1.5, which means the stock has been very safe to buy, and there's very no risk in that terms. Let's look at debt equity. Debt equity tells me if the company is mainly operating on debt or equity. We are looking at ratio of zero point 0.5 or less than that. Okay, so in debt to equity ratio, it should be zero point 0.5 or less than that. So right now it's less than zero point 0.5, which is brilliant. Let's look at the previous trends. So since we have the data, so only once in 2015 it took the debt. Before that, it didn't take any debt. And in 2016 15 December it took the debt. It was above zero point 0.5, which means it's not risky, and it is risky. But then it from 2016 March up till now, it has always been below zero point 0.5. So only once I won't be very worried. So and before that too, it didn't have any debt, so I won't be that worried. I think it's very good because it's always been below zero point 0.5. And let's look at return on equity. Return on equity is if it's more than 8% or 8%, that means it's really good. Let's look at the values. Okay, so it has been more than 8%, and let's look previous trends. So in 2015 December, it has been in minus, which is not good, and then it has been below 8% for a while. So it has been up and down, but mainly it has been above 8% until 2015 June, and then it got down, and then still again for few like whole of 2015, and then again it got above 8%. So for nearly 1 year it was below 8%, but throughout 2005 up till now it has always been above 8%. So just 1 year I might not be that bad about it. Let's look at what else we have to see. Let's go to Yahoo Finance and oops, sorry, Yahoo Finance, and let's look at the key executives. I want to see the salaries actually, so I'll just paste that and temps, so to make sure that the name matches the symbol. Go to profile, and you can see the technology is the sector, software application is the industry, and then these are the key executives, okay, and all of their salaries have been shown except the last one, chief accounting officer. And you need to search, maybe in another website it has shown, why it's not shown, you need to search that. And the rest salaries have been shown, which is great because the more transparent there is, the more better it is. And so what else we have to show?